to Live Life and Win. I'm Madison Hill, and we invite you to join us on our great life adventure as we explore how to live life and win.
And I'm Eric Keys, and on each episode of Live Life and Win, we'll feature inspirational stories demonstrating how the combination of a hard work ethic, discipline, commitment, and perseverance can allow teens to live life and win. We have liftoff.
This week on Live Life and Win.
My name is Gwen Hougo. I'm 14 years old and I live life and win by helping others live fit and healthy lives.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Anyudike and I live life and win by spreading my wings.
We begin this week with a teen who proved himself uncompromising in his quest to achieve a goal. Gwen Hougo is a Boy Scout who thinks big and for 2 years committed himself to improving the lives of adults in his community. This is Gwen Hougo. He runs cross country and plays volleyball, soccer, and baseball. He's also a Boy Scout and a student with a 4.0 grade point average. Drake appears to be a regular kid, but this 12-year-old is anything but. He had a vision and turned himself into a super teen. This is how it all began.
The obesity rate is rising, and I don't want Santa Clarita to be a valley that's full of overweight people. Fitness is very important to me.
Drake wanted to increase his neighbor's fitness, so he came up with his idea.
One of the ways I came up with the idea to create the fitness zone is when I was at the park one time playing soccer. I saw all these parents sitting around watching their kids, and I'm thinking, hey, we're getting a workout. Why aren't the parents getting a workout? So then I figured, putting something that they can use in here that's fitness related would be great. I wanted to do something that was more significant than a smaller project. I really wanted to give something big back to my community, and I felt that fitness was the most important thing.
Drake's vision was to create a fitness zone of workout machines in his local city park.
When I first started my Eagle Scout project, I was 12 years old. Let's just say I did not know what I was signing up for. I really did not know how big of a commitment it would be.
It was a big project with many stages. Let's follow Drake's 2-year journey.
To complete the fitness zone, it went through several different phases, starting off with developing the idea, getting the idea approved through my Boy Scout troop, through the city as well, then fundraising, raising all the money I could, and then coordinating volunteers, ordering the equipment, coming down, assembling the equipment, installing the equipment.
That's a lot for a 12-year-old.
Part of my concerns was I really didn't even know what I was doing that much. Like, I knew that I was going to be putting equipment in, but I didn't know how it was going to be put in, who was going to put it in. So there were all these details that were just really important, but I didn't know how to answer.
Drake wanted a range of modern and durable exercise machines in his fitness zone. However, machines like this are not cheap.
In total, I had to raise $13,155.
So how does a 12-year-old raise over $13,000?
I set up a program called Adopt a Station, where I took all the pieces of equipment here and I set a price tag on them, not the actual price tag for how much it costs. It's $1,500. And I said, if companies donate to my cause, anywhere from $500 to $1,500, they adopt a piece of equipment and their name will be put on the Central Park Fitness Zone sign.
Drake's solution was to make advertising pay for his project, but then he had to sell the advertising.
The fundraising was very strenuous and difficult. It took a lot of hours, about 15 calls per one company to either get a donation or get rejected. There were times that I was hung up on. I would spend like about 4 hours making phone calls and sending emails, and I'd get nothing. And this went on for about a 3-month period, and then all of a sudden my hard work was paying off, and the money just started slowly coming in until finally I was at $13,000. So it was long and hard, but it paid off.
Next was finding and buying the equipment.
In order to purchase the equipment, I dealt with Outdoor Fitness Company. They sell fitness equipment, and we decided they were the best people to go to because they had the best pricing.
Drake couldn't afford to hire contractors or professionals to install the 11 pieces of equipment. But he did have some adults in his scout troop help him.
We did this all over Memorial Day weekend. The week before, we assembled all the equipment, so that was one day. Then we came on Thursday, just my dad and I, and a few volunteers, and we laid out all the equipment, marked the holes, so 2 days. 3, we dug all the holes out. 4, we pour the concrete, and then Sunday we come back and we remove all the mulch back into the area. So a total of 5 days.
The installing was difficult.
The problem with it is we didn't have any directions for any of the pieces. This was actually one of the harder pieces to install. It just weighed a lot and it was really tricky and confusing. Funny story about this one was it was crazy to install because, you know, you had to line it up correctly in the concrete. So we had to bring it back, we had to level it up, and that took forever.
Here are some statistics from Drake on all the work he and his 65 volunteers did.
My work on the Central Park Fitness Zone included 1,036 hours of community service, including the volunteers who installed it, 11 pieces of physical exercise equipment, around 13 cubic yards of concrete, $13,155 fundraised, $10,200 spent on the equipment, the other costs spent on installation and food.
How does a 12-year-old handle the stress of a big project for such a long time?
I can tell you right now, when I started in October of 2010 to right now, I'm a completely different person. I was very young and immature, and I had to rise to the occasion, take risks, and I learned a lot.
And get your supplies. I don't want any scouts to watch.
I think it really depends on how much you really want to do it. I wanted to put this fitness zone in. I wanted to make an addition to my community.
But there was one virtue that really made the difference.
The key to the success of the Central Park Fitness Zone was the idea and a lot of perseverance. This took 2 really difficult years. A lot of, no, sorry, I can't come outside and hang out with you today. No, I can't go to Magic Mountain with you. And it was tough, it really was. I had to stay mentally strong and persevere through it. Whenever I was down, I would go to one of my favorite role models, John Wooden, the UCLA basketball coach, and I'd look at his quotes, and one of the ones that really stuck with me is, a lot of hard work is lost for the lack of a little more. So I figured I just got to keep pushing and working hard, because I know that the end will come, and I just got to persevere through it.
And Drake got it done. And the zone has been a huge success. Users range from hardcore fitness types to kids just having fun.
This is such a benefit for the entire community. I use it 7 days a week.
So what reward has Drake earned from his 2-year adventure?
The first reward that I get is just the self-satisfaction in knowing that I put the equipment in. That's the biggest reward. And coming to the park and seeing people working out on it, that was pretty big too. The most climatic moment of this entire journey was when I cut the ribbon. I was able to take a deep breath, look at my equipment, and just be like, dang, this was one heck of a ride, and I'm very proud of it.
And during that ride, Drake learned these valuable lessons.
If you put your mind to something, there's nothing you can't do. You can leave an impact. It's possible, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it.
Drake also has a message for adults.
Work hard and improve your self-body image. Have some fun. You know, lose some weight. It'll make you happy. It'll make your family happy, and it'll make your life better.
And after his own 2-year workout, Drake has a clear vision of what he wants to be.
The Central Park Fitness Zone? I really want to be a person of character, that people respect. I want to be somebody who, when you walk away from, you can think, wow, that is a really good person.
Drake was to attend Stanford University to study law or business, so he will be even better equipped to make an impact on the world.
Wow, Madison. Drake is an impressive young man. He used smarts, integrity, and grit to realize his vision. Up next.